Guys, I was riding this up West Main Street and passed a 10-year-old kid and his jaw dropped. He's riding his bicycle. He turned around staring at the bike. It reminded of me in 1977 when I was 12 years old. I saw my first iron head go ripping down Route 6 in Columbia, and left a big impression on me. And something about the mechanical nature, the raw badassery of this bike. It's just black and chrome, stripped down Sportster, the mag wheels. It's a classic design that'll never go out of style. If you look at the profile of the Ironhead engine, it's one of my favorite engine designs cosmetically from this angle right here. It just looks like a motorcycle's supposed to look. And this bike came from Bakersfield, California. It's been a long road to hoe on this bike to get it where it is now from where it was when we got it. First of all, shipping it 2,700 miles across country from Bakersfield. There was a 42 bike collection, mostly Harley-Davidsons. And this Ironhead caught my eye when I saw it. I was like, oh man, I love that the later Sportsters, the design of the frame, one of the last years of the Ironhead. And with these mag wheels, it just screamed out, bring me home, Ken, and restore me. So that's what we did. We got it back to the shop about a year and a half ago and stripped it down, took the whole front end off of it, the tank, the tins. Those went to the paint shop. Woody laid down a world-class paint job on this bike on the front and rear fenders. Christy designed the graphics for it. We had the Lepera Gunfighter saddle in stock, so I grabbed that off our parts bin. I thought it just fit the style of this bike, long, low, lean, and mean. Yet it still has accommodations for a passenger. Then I went to the service shop where they went right through the bike. The top end came off, replaced all the gaskets in the rocker boxes, put new plugs in it, took the pipes off of it. The carb was replaced. The original carb was replaced with this Mikuni. This is the last one I had in stock. These are kits we used to stock for the Ironheads, and they don't make them anymore, sadly, because it was one of my favorite carbs to put on them. Every one I put on with this bike just ran awesome. This one's no exception. We had the air cleaner in stock. We put that on. New fuel lines, a new throttle cable, and went through the whole bike of the points. The ignition cover was replaced. Everything was polished. The cylinder fins were painted. And on the other side, we took the entire primary off the bike and removed the transmission. It's like a cassette transmission on the Sportster. So the entire transmission came out. The reason it came out is the bike was done and we rode it and it wasn't shifting well. So that's one of the surprises of when you restore a classic bike that doesn't run. We assumed the transmission was good. We shouldn't have done that, but we assumed it was good. All the other bikes in the Bakersfield collection had good trannies, so I figured, why would this one be any different? So we took the tranny out, had to replace all the shifting pawls and some other components in the transmission. And as you can see, it's got a brand new chrome primary cover on the outside. So went through the entire transmission and primary on it. That was expensive, the cover and the parts. The shifting pawl carrier alone was $250. So quite a bit of money was put in the bike. The has the original mid controls, which are excellent with the original factory shifter. You can see that the bolts are replaced, or nuts are replaced on that hold the cylinder down. The battery is brand new. Has a tender lead hooked up to it so you can keep it plugged in. We also put a new ignition switch into it, new plug wires, new plugs. I'll have everything written up in the eBay ad that we did, but that's most of what I can remember that was done. The wheels went to Carlos. He vapor blasted them, stripped the clear coat off the side of the rims and polished it, gave it the original factory finish, and then repainted the spokes. It's a lot of work taping everything off and painting it. Over 8 hours labor just on the wheel set. He did the front and the rear wheel, and you can see we put a brand new Dunlop Harley-Davidson front tire on there. 19-inch front, 16-inch rear. It's the right setup for this bike. Still got the hairy nubs on the tires, as you can see. So the wheels were completely redone with new tires. The forks, while they're off the bike, were treated to new fork seals, new fork rubbers, new fork oil, and then the lowers, Carlos polished the lowers to give it that fresh, brand new feel. The original front cover here was given a new Sportster decal. It's got the original headlight, original visor was polished. It came to us with the speedometer on it, so we kept it on there. It doesn't have the original speedometer. That's the one that it came with. The risers, we put new risers on it with the Harley-Davidson logo on there, and a new set of Sportster sport bars, my favorite riding position for this bike. These were designed, Harley-Davidson, these were basically their rowdy street bike that they would turn into hill climbers, drag racers, all forms of racing, cafe racers. In fact, they had a cafe racer in 1977 based off the same exact platform. This is, what, 8 years? Our company logo, if you look at our company logo, it's in, can you see it? That's an Ironhead Sportster 77 cafe racer. This is an 83. So I've been a fan of these bikes since the first time one ripped by me at 100 miles an hour on Route 6, and I figured out whose bike it was and got a close look at it a little later. It was black like this with the same wheel set on it. Just love that silver tank decal on there. Matches the aluminum on the bike. It just has a clean, simple look. Tank's perfectly straight, not a ding in it. The rest of the bike, pretty much everything was gone through on it. It has new chrome fender struts. While the rear wheel was off, we mounted a new chrome sprocket with new bolts and a brand new gold chain. Very nice. The original drag pipes that it came with were sandblasted and painted flat black, and the covers were given the gloss paint treatment. It has a new brake pedal on this side right here. The mirrors are brand new. A lot of the hardware on the bike is brand new. When it was all apart, the swing arm was painted, the frame rails were repainted, and the bike was given what we call a full rotisserie detail. Like every piece of aluminum on it was polished and cleaned to the nines, top to bottom, from the bottom of the engine to the top of the handlebars. Everything's been dialed up on it. New grips. It's got the chrome levers, chrome clutch lever with a chrome clutch perch. So yeah, it was a lot of work. It's got a new oil filter on it too. The total shop labor was 79 hours of labor between the paint job, the wheels, the engine work, everything else, and just under $2,500 in parts, not including the para saddle, which I had in stock, and the Harley-Davidson thumb screw for the seat. That's about it. Bike runs awesome. It's an Ironhead, so they're very mechanical engine. If you let it sit for a month or so and you start it, oil will come out of the bottom. Every time someone has an Ironhead or a FXR, an early one, and they said, "Well, what's wrong with it? I started it and oil came out the bottom." Well, the engine's sumped. That means the oil drains into the engine case and it'll spit out a little bit of oil underneath it if you let it set for 3 or 4 months, but or a month sometimes. But with the new carburetor on it, it runs excellent. Cosmetically, it looks great. It's not perfect. It's a 40-year-old motorcycle. I think if you look closely, there's a little patina on the chrome on the oil tank. I think there's a little ding right here if you look closely on the oil tank. Little patina on the chrome. That's kind of the magic of a classic bike. It's not supposed to look brand new, right? So when we painted this bike, it was before the decals went on it. It was sitting out there in service, and Andrew started a classic 252 stroke that hadn't run in a long time. Come around this side right here, and we hadn't put the decals on yet, thank God. And he let the clutch, he put it in gear, and the clutch plates were stuck, so the thing lurched forward, and the clutch lever put a scratch in the tank right here. And thankfully, we hadn't put the logo on yet, so you can't really see it. But if you pulled this decal off, you'd see a scratch underneath on the brand new paint job. I like freaked out when I saw that happen. But hey, you know, so you run a shop, sometimes stuff happens. But thank God it was underneath where the decal goes, so you can't see it. But I know it's there, and no one else would have ever known if I didn't say anything. But the brakes were gone through front and back. I might have mentioned that already. Braided stainless brake lines on the front. The calipers were rebuilt. Master cylinder was rebuilt. And a bunch of other stuff that I probably forgot, but I've got the work order. I'll write all that up, and that'll be in the eBay listing. So guys, you know, shipped it from California, put over $2,500 in parts, 80 hours at shop labor over the course of over a year to get it where it is. It's been in and out of the detail shop I don't know how many times, but it's as good as we're going to get it, and we're going to put it up for auction on eBay. It's the last of the bikes from the Baker. There's only one more Ironhead from the Bakersfield collection, and that one's a chopper, an Ironhead chopper that we've been working on for quite some time. But you don't have to be a math major to 80 hours of shop labor at $150 an hour plus $2,500 of parts is $14,500, which is substantially more than the bike's worth. So why would we do this? Well, it's a labor of love, and that's the only thing I can. And it's an obsession. It's a hobby. It is what it is. But every Friday I got to come up with payroll for 22 guys. So I have to be careful putting too much money into classics that we won't get back. But I have no regrets. Some of the Bakersfield bikes were super easy, carb clean, and we're going to dollar cost average what we put into this, into the other ones. And whoever gets it's getting a lot of effort, a lot of sweat equity that was put into it. And we'll sell it at auction for whatever fair market value is. You guys will determine that. There'll be a reserve under less than half what we've got into it between the initial cost of the bike and the shipping and all the labor and parts. So doing my part to save the Ironhead Sportsters one bike at a time. But when you come to the museum, you'll see we've got the Cafe Racer on display, the original, and we've got a bunch of classic heavy metal in there. So love these Ironheads. Hope you do as much as I do. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.